We're going to finish up lesson 9.7, and we are on page 457. We just had a couple of problems to finish up. We're going to start on number 24. We're almost done with this lesson. And number 24 is 3.25 times 5.6. And so we're going to multiply that. It's along the multiplication problem. So let's break it apart a little bit. So 300, let's forget about the decimal just for a moment. So 325 times 6, and then we're going to say 325 times 50. And we're going to break this apart into small pieces to focus on, so we don't make mistakes. So if we take a look at this one, we have 6 times 300, and 6 times 3 is, of course, is 18, and so 300 would be 2 zeros, so 1,800, and then 6 times 20, of course, is 120, and 6 times 5 is 30. And we add this all together, and we get 1,950. Now let's go to the second part. We're going to multiply 325 times 50. Well, 50 times 300, we're going to think 5 times 3 is 15, and if you multiply 50 times 300, we have 3 zeros, so that is 15,000. 550 times 20, well, we know that 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 zeros, so that's 1,000, and then 50 times 5 is 250. And then we add all those parts together, and we get 16,250. Now we need to add those two pieces together. So we're going to add this on, just drop it right down, straight down, and we're going to add, just like we would normally, a little bit of regrouping, and we end up with, if it was just a whole number, 18,200, but we have to put our decimal in. So we take a look back at our original problem. The decimal moves one place and then two places, so a total of 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So our final answer is 18.2. I'm going to box that in. Now we're going to go to number 25. Continuing on with number 25, number 25 is 9 8/10 times 62 hundredths. And we're going to multiply that. Again, we're going to break this apart into 2 smaller pieces. So again, just temporarily forgetting about the decimal point. Let's take and multiply 98 times 2 and 98 times 60. And we have, in this case, 2 times 90, since 2 times 9 is equal to 18, 2 times 90 is 180, and 2 times 8, of course, is 16. We add those two parts together, and we get 196. We continue on, and we're going to multiply 60 times 90. Well, we know that 6 times 9 is 54, and so 60 times 90 would be 5,400. And 60 times 8, well, 6 times 8 is 48, so 60 times 8 is 480. And then we add that together, and we get 5,880. Then we're going to add those two parts together. So we add 196, add this together, and we get 6. We have a little bit of regrouping here. We get 6,076, but we have to go back to our original problem, put the decimal points in the correct places. So the decimal goes one place in the first factor, and it goes 2 places to the left in the second factor. So a total of 3 places to the left. So we go back to our answer, 1, 2, 3 places to the left, and that means that our final answer is 6 76 thousandths. The final problem, number 26. We have 4 85 hundredths divided by 5 tenths. And so let's put that into a bracket. We're going to say 4 85 hundredths divided by 5 tenths. Now we can't divide, our divisor cannot be a decimal number in order for us to divide this. So we have to move our decimal 1 point to the place to the right, and then we do that, we have to move the decimal 1 place to the right and the dividend as well. So now let's take and divide, and we take a look and we say, okay, how many groups of 5 can we make from 4? Well, none. And sometimes you can just put it at 0 or an X up there. How many groups of 5 can we make from 48? Well, we know that 5 times 9 is 45, so that's pretty close without going over. Now we need to subtract. And of course, 8, we want to know what is 8 minus 5. 8 minus 5 is 3, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So we bring down our 5, we're going to continue on. And so how many groups of 5 can we make from 35? Well, we can make 7, and that works out exactly evenly. So we know we're done. Now we need to go back and put our decimal point in. So the decimal is going to go straight up. And so actually there's our final answer, 9 7 tenths. And that completes our assignment.